welcome back, my friends, to another rousing rendition of Choir Boys Outdoors. 2 knife demonstrations I hate. Now, I've got to show y'all this. This is the Ozark Trail $5 folder from Walmart. I've done a hard use review on it, and this is the 12th time I'm trying to shoot this video. All bullshit aside. 2 knife demonstrations that I despise. This knife has developed some wobble. I'll show you why it's developed the wobble. I'm going to show you the 2 things I despise. We're going to talk about it and then move on. I want to say to you that, and note this isn't against anybody at all. This is 2 knife tests that I hate. Has nothing to do with channels, has nothing to do with any other channel but mine. And we'll tell you why I don't like them, and then maybe get your thoughts on them. First one is the spine whack test. Now, I've done this about 200 times. Seriously. Here's the deal with the spine whack test. I don't see the point in it. You're not going to go out in the woods, and that doesn't mean there's not one. It just means I don't see it. You're not going to go out in the woods and go, man, I've got to do this tent stake. Some people would say, Scab, it's to test the lock. Listen to me, a knife's a cutting tool. So here's where I would be concerned. If I'm doing this, if I'm doing this, if I'm doing this, or this, and that lock fails, that's a real issue. Me doing this and the lock failing, that's not an issue with me. In fact, let me tell you what that can do that you may not know. That can cause some micro stress fractures in there that you don't know about, so that down the road, when you do need your knife, it fails on you. Oh, it's a piece of shit knife. No, you sat there and hammered it into a tree. I know this knife's gonna fail. I'm going back to Walmart. I'm picking up a couple more. I get a little aggravated with myself because I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Every other channel's broken one of these or done one of these or something, and I'm trying to do it. And I'm like, am I going to really do something that I don't like doing? No. So I don't like doing the spine whack test. I don't see the importance of it. I'm not saying there's not. I'm saying I don't see it. If people say, well, it's to test the lock failure, when are you going to do that? Just, again, it's not a shot at anybody. I just, that one doesn't resonate with me. The other one is this, and I do use this demonstration, the tip test. Here's the thing, guys. This isn't about the knife's tip strength. It's about the reviewer. That's the problem that I have with this. You say you use it. I do use the demonstration. People have asked, more than 1 or 2 have asked, several have asked, hey man, how's the tip on that? And I understand. I have actually in my life, I have pried some doors open. You know what I'm saying? Like doors locked, and it's one of them old school where you just pop your knife in. I get it. Now, I've also snapped a tip or 2 opening a paint can. Here's the deal. There'll be people, I've never, good for you. Good for you. In 53 years, I promise you, I've done some dumb shit with a knife. The difference is I can admit it. My ego can allow it. Hey, I screwed up. I show y'all. I have done some dumb shit with it. So I can see, using it. Are you supposed to? No, no. But supposing to and needing to and doing are several different deals, right? I'm not here to argue that. I'm just saying with this particular demonstration, I can see the value in it, the validity in it to a certain degree. Where I have a problem with this is this. There's a factor that is unbelievably high for human error, meaning I could come in here and snap this thing if I wanted to. I could just snap it right then. I don't want to. Like, I've done that. Well, Joe X does it hard. Yeah, Joe's trying to break the knife. That's his gig. That's what he does. I understand that. I'm not. I'm trying to show you how much the knife on actual use or little abuse can take. The biggest reason that I dislike both of these demonstrations, the spine whack and the tip test, is they can do long-term damage to your knife and you not know it. There is a third one that I use quite a bit. And if I'm being real with myself, that's a whole separate video. That is batoning. All 3 of those can do real damage to your knife when you don't know it. The harmonics of the knife, I've talked about it at length with William Collins. And William's not against batoning, right? He's against taking a knife this size and trying to baton it through a 4 or 5 inch lock, right? Batoning, and we're going to get off the topic, but batoning basically is something. Some people say, well, I hadn't heard about it since YouTube. And then some people are like, dude, we did that when I was kids and camping to get from wet wood to dry wood, but it was always small, right? But all 3, the spine whack, which I can't tell you how much I hate this test. The stab and twisty, because of human error, and that's the only reason there. And batoning are three things that can cause long-term damage to your knife. That's it. I'm going to do a little whittling while we go over my causes. I want you to know that I am so thankful for you. I'm looking forward to a new year with you. Guys, there was a time in this country where 22 veterans a day took their own lives. Now, stats are all over the place. We're in the midst of the holidays, and that number is higher. That's why here on this channel, we focus on the number 0. Anything over 0 is simply unacceptable. And all that means is, vets, we love you. Man, you have a place here. You're welcome here. Guys, I back the blue. It is not popular. I've lost subscribers over it. People won't subscribe because of it. And you know what? That's your right and your choice. I'm not arguing with you about it. I have my reasons, just like you have yours. I'm not going to argue with anybody. It is my cause, but it's something I believe in. People say back the blue till it happens to you. Well, it's happened to me more than it'll happen to you. I have my reasons. I don't think they're above the law, and I certainly don't believe they're above scrutiny, but I have my reasons. Finally, if you are an addict, and I have been for some years, never quit quitting. Well, 2 tests I despise. Let me know what you think in the comments. I love you. I'm Scab. You're not. And I'm gone, son. Y'all like that? Oh, yeah, real quick. Kaufman Outdoors in southern Alabama. If y'all can get by there, one of the best knife collections in the world. Highly recommended to me by Blackie Thomas. I've got an interview with the owner. It's awesome. Love y'all. I'm gone, son. Diddly.